And welcome back to the Murdy Creative Co podcast. I'm your host, Colin Murdy, and today's topic is pricing dilemma. But first, I want to say thank you to everyone who's supported the company so far. If you haven't got a chance, go check us out on the web at murdycreative.co, or you can check us out on Facebook and Instagram by searching at murdycreative.co to see the best of our product shots. Follow us to keep up to date with our daily photos and be the first one to know about new product launches. You can also use the subscribe button at the bottom of our website to be included in all of our new product announcements. Be sure to check out our laser engraving, custom options, and colors on the website, or you can get a blank one on Amazon Prime. All right, so today I'm talking about our pricing dilemma. And this is a very popular topic, I think, in the business world, and it's not something that's talked about a lot, and I think that's a mistake. I think it's something that a lot of people struggle with, and I don't really think it's something that has a good answer, to tell you the truth. I get a question probably once or twice every day or so with someone saying, do you guys have any promotional codes? Do you guys have any discounts for first-time customers? Do you guys have any discounts for this, for that, for the other thing? And it's a reasonable question. I'm not faulting the people that ask the question. I understand why they're asking it. But for us, we had made a conscious decision when I started this company. I said, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to try to make the best quality product out of the finest materials that I can buy, and I'm going to sell it for the cheapest I can possibly sell it for, and still pay for marketing, and still pay for advertising, and still pay for shipping, and the product, and the people that need to make it, and that'll be it, and that's what we're going to do. And so I priced the products probably incorrectly for really what they're worth. And I think that's been something that we've been continuing to struggle with. And it's funny, I was thinking about this, what was it? It was Sunday, actually. I was thinking about, do we need to raise our prices so that we can offer discounts? Because a lot of people, the one time we did run a discount on Prime Day this year, we had a ridiculous success from outpouring. Now, financially, it wasn't necessarily a great day because we lost a lot of money in the coupons and the discount codes. But from an order standpoint, we had a lot of orders. And so for me, I was thinking to myself, well, would a lower price point sell more? And I don't think it would. I actually truly do not think it would. I think what really would sell better is raising our prices and doing discounts more, because I don't think people think the price is too high. I think the people are waiting for a discount. And I think that's an interesting dilemma, because if you take a product that is normally $100 and you say you have 20% off today only, people are going to buy it. But if you took that same product and you priced it at $80, which is what we ended up doing, people don't buy it because it's not on sale, and they'll wait for it to go on sale. So what we probably should have done, and this was naivete on my part, but what I should have done is I should have raised the prices 20% higher than I thought they should have been priced at, and then we could do discounts and it wouldn't be a problem for us. But this is where we're at. It was funny when I was thinking through this as well, because I was thinking through this problem as I was listening to the Dr. Jordan B. Peterson podcast, which I really enjoy. And I was listening to his most recent episode, which is season 2, episode 21, called Territory, Hierarchy, Security, and Fear. And about I'm going to play you a clip from it, because as I was thinking about it, this clip played, and I'm like, wow, well, that's convenient. But this clip is at 1 hour, 1 minute, and 41 seconds into the clip. Into the episode, if you want to go find it, I'm just going to play a short clip for you here.
So I don't know how many of you have ever started a business, but if you start a business and you produce a new product, one of the most difficult decisions that you have to make is how much to charge for your product. Now, obviously, you have to charge more than it costs to make it. So that's where you start, but you can't tell after that. It's like, well, is it a premium product? Should you charge 100 times what it costs to make it, or maybe 1,000 times, because maybe people only want to buy it because it's a luxury item? Or should you make it as cheap as possible so that many, many people buy it? But you don't want to make it too cheap, because if you make it too cheap, then people will think it's cheap and then they won't buy it. And so it's really hard to make a pricing decision, because what is something worth? And the answer is, that question really is, what's this thing worth compared to everything else that's worth something? And there's a lot of other things that are worth something. There's an almost infinite number of them. That's actually why the free market works, and why it's a necessity, is because the only way you can decide what everything is worth is by letting everyone vote on it. So you have all that brain power, that distributed brain power. It's like externalized computation. You say, well, let's just let everybody compete about what things are worth, and we'll watch where it settles, because otherwise we'll have to compute that ourselves, and we can't. The Central Soviet in its heyday had to make 10,000 pricing decisions a day. So they couldn't even calculate what a nail is worth. Like, what's a nail worth? Well, if you have to nail something together, it's worth quite a lot. Right? You know what I mean? It's like a nail can be worth a lot. So what's a nail worth? Well, there's no answer to that, because the question isn't what a nail is worth. The question is, what is a nail worth in comparison to everything else that's worth something?
So that's the thing I was listening to. And when he said it, I'm like, this is me. I'm dealing with this problem right now. And it's a real issue. It really is. Where I've come to, what I've come to in my, I guess, we're actually almost coming up on a year of me working full-time at this company. And we've seen some tremendous growth overall. Despite the slow season this summer, the slowest months of this year have been better than all but the last 2 months of last year. So that's something. I mean, that's not nothing. We've seen tremendous growth. And so I've been thinking about it, because it's something that really matters to me. And I truly wanted, when we designed this, to make this a product that was the best you could buy and was something you could buy, right? I wanted it to be accessible. And a lot of really fine leather goods in this kind of level of quality of leather, you can't buy for less than $150 or $200, no matter what you're buying. So when I kind of rolled into this area, I was like, we're going to try to figure out how to get that down. And that's been something that's been a struggle for me to try to figure out how to keep the prices low while maintaining that high quality leather. And that's a balance. And I think for us, the problem is, while I get a lot of people who say things like, oh, your prices are too high. I mean, for those of you who want to spend some time on our Instagram, go look at some of our most popular photos, and you'll see quite a few people are like, oh, it's $70, $80 for a journal. I'd never buy that, or some nonsense like that, which I always love when people say that on our Instagram, because it's like, okay, duly noted, you're not our customer. Like, I get it, but obviously you're not in the market for a fine leather journal. Otherwise, that's what you'd buy, right? If you go look for really high quality leather journals online, you're going to find that they're more expensive than this or as expensive than this. This is the market, right? So I love dealing with those people, because I always find that to be humorous to me. And I don't fault people for wanting the price to be lower, right? I get that. There's, you always want the things you want to be cheaper, but we can't really make them a lot cheaper. That's the problem. That we're at the bottom end of what we can really make, and particularly during our slow season, that became very apparent to us. Was that perhaps we were charging too little for our products because we weren't being able to keep a lot of things going that we'd want to keep going. So that's been something that I've been struggling with. And so for anybody out there who is working on starting a product or starting a company or working on coming up with how to charge, first off, don't worry. No matter what you charge, it's going to be too high for some people, and some people are going to look at it as a deal. That's just the way it is. Despite the number of people that have been critical of our prices, we still have seen massive, tremendous growth. We have seen massive sales that we did not expect. So while there's a lot of naysayers, there's also a lot of people who are very happy to pay that. Second, your pricing, it should at the very least be what you are willing to work for, right? Because if you price yourself so low that you don't want to go to work because you don't think it's worth it, that's too low. You definitely should price yourself in a way that you can be comfortable telling people what your prices are. And what I mean by that is pricing is a measure of value in many ways. It's a much deeper understanding of what you make, right? So for us, while we sell products that are expensive, I have no problem telling people how much they cost, because I know that they're worth it. I know that the quality of the materials, the value of what it brings, the product itself, I know that it's that valuable. And so I'm comfortable and confident in telling people that that's the price, because I believe in that, right? I wouldn't charge money for something that I didn't believe was worth it. So you have to create that value proposition. Another thing with pricing, and I think this is something that it's a cultural thing in our country, it's cultural in a lot of countries to say, is that, there will always be people who want to haggle you, who want to get a discount, who will only buy if it's on sale. So don't make the mistake I did. Charge a little bit extra than you probably would otherwise charge so that you can offer discounts if you'd like. Now, we've actually decided, and this is mostly me deciding this, that Rather than charging more and offering discounts, we're going to maintain our product price. We're just going to leave it where it's at, and we're just not going to offer discounts very often. I think the next one scheduled is Black Friday. Now, I'm like, are we going to never do sales between now and then? I have no idea. I really don't. But the next one that's scheduled is Black Friday. And I'm planning on making that the only discount of the year, ever. And that's the plan. And we're not going to do sales, and we're just going to, that's the case. And I actually really like to make that policy something that we continue on permanently in the future. So when people ask about it, we can comfortably say and confidently say, the next discount code will be on Black Friday, and that's it. And I think that the hope is that people will realize that we're charging the best price we possibly can for this product, and it's better. It's a better quality product than you're going to buy anywhere else. So I think that you should be comfortable with your pricing. You should be confident in what you're selling. And there will always be people who think it's too expensive. We could give these away and people would say that it's too expensive, right? We could say all you have to do is pay shipping, and some people would be like, well, that's too much, right? For that, no. So there is no price too low for people. And there will always be people willing to pay good money for good product. So be confident and don't feel like if you're charging good money for your product, you're doing something wrong, because you're not. All right, folks. I'm sorry this was late today. I know this came out on Friday rather than on Thursday. Yesterday was a bit crazy for me, and it was a busy day. Good things, but busy. So I'll tell you maybe more about those things as they come to fruition. But thanks, folks, for tuning in today. Be sure to check back in next Tuesday for our next topic. And don't forget to check that subscribe button below to be sure to have the latest podcast right away. If you feel you have any questions about your concerns about your leather binder, please feel free to reach out to us on our website at Murdy Creative Co. Or you can reach out to us on Facebook and Instagram. You can direct message, email, call, direct message, all the usuals. I'll get back to you as soon as possible, but I appreciate your patience. And yes, I said direct message twice. I'm aware of that. If you think we deserve it, a good review can go a long way to help us grow a community. It really shows people that it's worth it. It's something that really matters to us as well. So you can leave your review on Facebook by going to the Murdy Creative Co. Facebook page. And then under the reviews section, there's a little question that says, do you recommend the Murdy Creative Co. company? You can click yes, and then you can write your review. Also, please leave a review on the podcast app that you're listening on, because we still don't have that many reviews, and it helps people know that this is a good podcast. So that also, word of mouth, best form of advertising. So please tell your friends. That being said, if you have any podcast topics you want to hear more about, send them my way. I'm always happy to engage with our growing audience, and I want to give you guys what you want. The best way to reach out to me is via Snapchat or Twitter. Murdy Creative Co. No dot. Murdy Creative Co. on Snapchat and Twitter. Those are our smallest platforms right now, so it means that when people say things on them, I hear them faster and easier. If you're looking for multiple binders for gifts, giveaways, menus, really any reason, ask about our book discounts available. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great day, and goodbye.